Hi, my name is Reverend Dr. Israel Olofinjana, and I'm the author of the book Discipleship, Suffering, and Racial Justice, Mission in a Pandemic World. So, three things about this book which I just want to share briefly in this video. One is, why did I write the book? And second is, who is the book for? And lastly is why I think it's important for you to buy the book. I wrote the book because I started reflecting on suffering. I started reflecting on the nature of suffering in our world. And as I start reflecting on this, the pandemic hit. And so to my surprise, I find myself reflecting on suffering, but then the pandemic hit. And so that deepens my reflections around the nature of suffering and the role of the church in terms of how we connect with people through suffering, or how we minister in a suffering context in that sense. So that was how the research started, and it got me to start thinking about discipleship models and why it's important for our discipleship model to be rooted in suffering and sacrifice. And so the question again is, who is this book for, to address the second question? I think this book is for aimed at church leaders, mission network leaders, theologians, people who are lecturers, who are teaching in that sense, but not only limited to those class of people, because I think there are questions at the end of each chapter to help each person in our churches or local congregations to get into the book, to be able to be discipled around it. So it's for everyone in some sense, mainly church leaders, but I think people in our churches will find it very helpful as well. And lastly, why is this book important? And why I think it's important for you to buy it in that sense, or at least to have a look at it, to check it out. Few things really. There are a lot of books written about discipleship. There's a lot of books written about suffering, but there are not many books that combines a reflection around discipleship, suffering, and racial justice. So that makes this book quite unique in some sense, looking at those three things together. But then, looking at those three things together, suffering, discipleship, and racial justice, from a perspective of someone from the majority world who is now resident in the UK, is a unique angle in that sense. And so this is what I think makes the book unique, and I think it's worth looking into. So pick up a copy today. Thank you very much. God bless you.